lives with me. So I wanted to bring something up, and if you are someone who's like, ooh, this is fun, I want to play, I'd like to hear your insights and responses to what I'm bringing up. So walking outside this morning and checking the temperature, I do it often. I just like to get outside right away and just feel it, get an idea of what it's like. And today I walked out and felt so instantly joyful and grateful and excited. And the temperature and the way it's connected to my temperature, it feels very, there's a good relationship between the two. And it reminded me of something that I recently came across. A mentor of mine shared about warmth and how there's a psychological association of warmth to safety, and having a warm blanket or a cup of tea can make you feel less lonely. And I was like, yes, it does. And like, I'm someone who I need to sleep with a blanket on at night, no matter what. I always love having blankets on me throughout winter, summer, whatever, when I'm getting in the zone to work and to get things done. It's like this sense of comfort. And I love heaters. I love sitting by any warm air. I love the sensation of like an oven. It's been something that I've always kind of been like, what's with me? Why am I like that? And then I read this and I was like, ooh, interesting. There's a psychological association to comfort and safety, and I innately feel that. And then this morning, with that new revelation and insight, I walked outside and felt this instant connection. And it's something that I've thought about often as a nature therapy guide. One of my biggest edges was going out in the cold and learning to enjoy all weather and connecting to nature through all seasons. Learning how to appreciate all seasons like we do within ourselves. So the outer world and the inner world are mirrors in my mind. And so if I'm resistant to being out in nature and loving nature when it's cold and not as pleasing to me, then what does that say about how my relationship with myself is or with other people are? And so I'm just wondering, for people that like the cold and like that's their favorite, this like concept makes sense to you about the warmth and safety, or like do you feel like that same kind of sensation, like, ooh, I'm excited to be outside all day? I feel instantly grateful and joyful like when it's winter, or because it seems like most people have seasonal affective disorder to one extent or another, where there's less sunlight, less people outside, you get more depressed, you get more isolated, more introverted as far as the cycles go. And people who study Ayurveda, etc., there's a association between the way that our psyche is and the natural seasons and cycles. And so I'm just wanting to talk more about that. Who here agrees that their mood is affected by the weather? And what do you think about warmth and comfort and safety versus the cold? And do you think it's possible to train the mind to appreciate all seasons in that same regard, to feel the same sensations instinctually as fast as it happens? Like for me, the second I walk outside, my body responds, and with gratitude, and we should always be grateful, but I have to tell myself more to get to that space. I have to intentionally think that way, and I'm wondering if it's possible to become more instinctually grateful for all seasons, regardless of the warmth and the comfort and the safety association that seems to be innate.